Hello, everyone. Welcome back to English with Altaf. Today, we're going to talk about something many learners struggle with: why you still can't speak good English even after so much effort.
Yes, this is a very common problem. Many people study for months or even years, yet they still feel stuck when they try to speak. Today, we'll break down the reasons behind this and share what you can do to finally see real progress.
Exactly. Let's start by being honest. It's frustrating, right? You put in time, you read books, you watch videos, you even memorize vocabulary. But when you try to speak, it doesn't sound the way you imagined. Your mind goes blank or the sentences feel broken.
That's true. And the first reason is that most learners focus too much on passive learning. They read and listen a lot, which is good, but they don't balance it with active speaking practice. Speaking is a skill. If you don't actually use your mouth and voice to form sentences, you won't get comfortable with it.
I like to think of it like learning to swim. You can read 10 books about swimming, but if you never get in the water, you'll never actually swim. English is the same. You can study grammar for hours, but you need to practice speaking in real situations.
Right. And that leads to the second reason: fear of making mistakes. Many learners hesitate to speak because they're afraid of sounding wrong or being judged. But here's the truth: you cannot learn to speak fluently without making mistakes. Mistakes are not proof of failure. They are proof that you are trying.
Yes, and I want to add something important here. Sometimes we compare ourselves to native speakers or to people who have been speaking English for years. That comparison makes us feel small and discouraged. But you have to compare yourself only with your past self. Are you better than you were 6 months ago? That's the real question.
Exactly. The third reason is overthinking grammar while speaking. Grammar is important, but if you try to remember every rule while you are speaking, your brain will slow down. Instead, focus on communicating your message. You can fix grammar with practice over time, but the flow of conversation is more important in the beginning.
That's a key point. In fact, I remember when I was learning a new language myself. At first, I wanted every sentence to be perfect. But then I realized that people understood me even if my grammar was not perfect. That gave me confidence to keep speaking more, and my grammar improved naturally.
That's the way it works. Now, another reason learners feel stuck is because they don't speak enough in daily life. You might only speak English during your class or while watching a video. That's not enough. You need to create daily moments to speak, even if you are alone.
Yes, talking to yourself in English is actually a powerful method. Describe what you're doing. I'm making tea. I'm walking to the bus stop. I'm writing an email. This builds a habit of thinking in English, which makes speaking much faster.
And let's not forget about listening. Many learners think speaking is separate from listening, but they are connected. If you listen to natural English daily, through podcasts, interviews, movies, your brain absorbs sentence patterns and vocabulary. This makes speaking much easier because you are copying natural expressions instead of translating from your own language.
That's so true. Translation is one of the biggest blocks to fluency. When you think in your native language first, then translate to English, it slows you down. But when you start thinking directly in English, your sentences flow naturally.
Exactly. And here's another thing. Sometimes people learn too much from books and not enough from real conversation. Books are great for learning rules, but speaking is about using language in real messy situations where people speak fast, use slang, or don't follow perfect grammar.
Yes, and that's why conversation partners are important. If you can't find a native speaker, you can practice with another learner. The goal is not perfection. The goal is communication. Even if your partner makes mistakes, you are still training your brain to respond quickly in English.
I agree. Let's also talk about confidence. Many learners wait until they feel ready before speaking. But the truth is, you will never feel completely ready. You gain confidence by speaking, not before speaking. The more you speak, the less fear you feel.
That's right. And I think one more reason people get stuck is lack of consistency. You might practice a lot for 1 week, then stop for 2 weeks. Language learning is like exercising a muscle. If you stop, you lose strength. Even 10 minutes a day is better than 2 hours once a week.
Exactly. Daily contact with English keeps it fresh in your mind. And remember, your effort is never wasted. Even if you feel like you are not improving, your brain is storing that knowledge. Sometimes the improvement appears suddenly, after months of steady practice.
Yes, it's like planting a seed. You don't see results in 1 day, but if you keep watering it, 1 day you'll see it grow. So don't quit just because you can't see progress immediately.
And that's why you should focus on small wins. Maybe today you learned 5 new words. Maybe you had your first 2-minute conversation in English. Celebrate those moments. They keep you motivated.
I think that's a great point to end on. So let's quickly sum up.
Today, we talked about why you can't speak good English even after so much effort. The main reasons are too much passive learning, fear of mistakes, overthinking grammar, not speaking enough daily, thinking in your native language instead of English, learning only from books, lack of confidence, and lack of consistency.
And we also shared solutions. Speak more actively, accept mistakes, focus on communication first, talk to yourself in English, listen daily to natural English, practice with partners, build confidence through action, and be consistent.
If you follow these steps, your speaking will improve, not overnight, but steadily.
That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching and keep speaking because every word you speak brings you closer to fluency.
See you in the next video. Keep learning and keep going forward.